3 months from what, Wednesday, Christmas is, last Wednesday. Prices are about to skyrocket. We'll tell you how long you have and give you some tips on how to score some deals.
Alrighty, I know you're looking out the window, you're seeing the fall leaves, and it looks so beautiful. You know the holidays are not far off.
Yeah, and if you plan to fly, you have about 3 weeks before airfares start going up, and we're talking big. Travel site Kayak says Thanksgiving travel fares jumped 17% above the average fares for mid-October last year. Christmas, New Year's, 51%.
Come on.
25% respectively. 25% for New Year's there. Wow.
Oh, so I know you're going, how am I going to score the best deal when I'm buying my plane tickets here? Well, let's get some advice from travel expert and author of Travel Unscripted, Mark Murphy. Mark, thank you so much for being here. Why those kind of jumps? Why 51%?
You know what? It's supply and demand. Right now, going into the peak holiday travel period, everybody wants to get away. I mean, the families are off on vacation, so you have peak travel demand. You've had airlines consolidation over the last few years, so you've seen fewer competitive routes, and all of that combined with supply and demand drives a great, it's something called yield management, which is squeezing out the last dollar on the last seat, and there are fewer seats out there, therefore they're going to charge you a premium, and you better get booking now.
And, you know, I was expecting an answer that had something to do with gas prices, but it's not like there's that huge discrepancy from one year to the next. So when is the best time to buy a ticket before the spike goes into effect?
How about now?
Right? A lot of people don't even have their schedules yet. That's what makes it so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You have to look out. I decided to take my family back to Cancun for the 6th year in a row, and I booked my flights 3 months ago. Those prices are already up $250 a ticket. So that's an extra $1,000 for a family of 4. So you want to take advantage and get out there right now before the end of the month, because they're going to continue to creep up over those 3 weeks, as Kayak predicts, and then you're not going to see the airlines bring more flights onto those routes. They're trying to boost profitability, and that means higher yields and higher ticket prices for you as a traveler.
All right, I know there are some apps out there that might be able to help us out. What's Skyscanner, first of all?
So basically it goes out and scans the airlines. It's an app. You put it on your phone. You say, I want to go from point A to point B. What I like about this app, it actually graphs different travel departure days. So you can look out over the next several weeks and say, you know what, Monday is pretty expensive, so I'm going to go out Wednesday and come back Tuesday. And it's really for the leisure traveler who has flexibility, who can then click, I want to book it, and it'll take them to that airline website, or in some cases a travel agency, to book that particular flight. And I always recommend using a travel agent because they can sort through thousands of different combinations to find the best airfare and save you really money and time.
So you've made it to the destination. You're there at the airport with your bags. You've got to whichever city. You're there.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you need somewhere to sleep. Now you need a rental car. Is there any help to get good deals on those?
Well, there's this interesting car sharing app, Get Around. Now, Victor, you probably had some people say, hey, can I borrow your car?
I have.
Yeah, now you can let them borrow your car, but go through the app Get Around, because you made your car available through it. They can book that car. They can travel for a few hours, a week, whatever it is. And for short-term rentals, it's a car sharing, all similar to Airbnb in the apartment space and the rental space. Instead of getting a hotel room, you basically rent some guy's apartment for 3 or 4 days, and that's one of the options that you have. So I think it's a neat app.
Right.
For very trusting people, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be lending my car to some random dude on an app, but, you know, that's up to you.
Oh, all righty. Mark Murphy, travel expert, we're so glad you're with us. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Sure.